hope and pray that the journey in the Bahula one must be a wonderful one. Remembering the sacrifice and the determination to keep their word in their life, we learn the lesson from Bahula cow. Just the calf was born and the tiger approached, and tiger was gonna kill her, and she requested that I have just the newborn calf. Let me at least feed one time and I will come back. Don't worry, I will maintain my vow. And she did it. She just went, found her calf, fed her, and then came back to tiger. So similarly, may the Bahula Devi bestow her mercy upon all of us, that we can also remain that much fixed on our vow that we made to our spiritual master. Chant 16 round attentively. So those spiritual warriors who made journey successful today was Ishwar Krishna Prabhu, Yamuna Sundari Mataji, Ivy Gautam, Shubhra Mataji, Ravi Pipilia Prabhu, Rajeshwari Priya Devidasi, Govinda Gita Devidasi, Kasturi Manjari Devidasi, Sishtastika Devidasi, Parmeshwari Devidasi, Amol and Smita Panchpande, Raghav Chaitanya Prabhu, Girivardhari Prabhu, Shriya Devidasi, Sitala Priya Devidasi, Sachinandan Krishna Prabhu, Srinivas Acharya Prabhu, Hanuman Prabhu, Pratmesh Prabhu, Nadia Kumar Prabhu, Samant Prabhu, Rag Bhakti Devidasi, Sugandharaj Prabhu, Aradhana Devidasi, Janki Khan Prabhu, Labanga Latika Mataji, Tapti Ghosh Mataji, Manmatha Anand Prabhu, Sundari Radha Mataji, Parmanand Hari Prabhu, Nandan Priya Mataji, Pandurang Devdas Prabhu, Damodarati Mataji, Srikha and Pankaj Gupta, Rohit Mishra Prabhu, Pranath Gopal Prabhu, Radhika Prem Devidasi, Saraswati Devidasi, Sumidra Radha Mataji, Devendra Krishna Prabhu and Devyansan Saloni, Raj Vinod Prabhu, Anand Vinodini Mataji, Priyanka Mataji, Rukmini Priya Mataji, Devi Murti Devidasi, Kishore Krishna Prabhu, Namanan Prabhu, Prem Vinodini Mataji, Madhvi Gopi Mataji, Ganga Devidasi, Uttam Bhakta Prabhu, Vallabhi Mataji, Rajendra Prabhu, Abhay Prabhu, Sweddi Prabhu, Vijay Keshav Prabhu, Amal Atman Prabhu, Gadadhar Chandra Prabhu, Tulsi Priya Devidasi, Jai Govinda Prabhuji, Bhadra Bharti Mataji, Sarvatarak Prabhu, Amal Nam Prabhu, Govinda Mohini Devidasi, Krita Lakshan Prabhu, Matangi Gopi Mataji, Manoj Kapoor Prabhu, Kamal Priya Mataji, Karunamai Mataji, Radha Charan Prabhu, Abhay Charan Prabhu, Sukruti Devidasi, missing Lakshmi, the daughter, Kamini Priya Mataji, Sankarsan Prabhu and Manjari, Sundari Leela Mataji, Sarmishta Sahi Mataji, Mamta Mataji, Balram Prabhu, Radha Vallabh Prabhu, Shyam Sundar Prabhu, Harikatha Mataji, Rasa Keda Prabhu, Anand Radhika Mataji, Pitambar Priya Prabhu, Advait Prabhu, Rajesh and Sweta, Chintamani Devidasi, Amit Prabhu and Prem Priya Padma Mataji, Suchitra Devidasi, Sri Kumar Prabhu. I didn't see today Sumit Prabhu. Maybe he may join a little later. Kanta Devidasi, Rashmi Mataji, Srinivas Chand Charan Prabhu, Srikant Sirvase Prabhu, Nishan Sharma Prabhu joined around 2:05 today. Haribol. Nitya Navali Devidasi, Neeraj Srivastav Prabhu also joined early. Prafulanand Madhav Prabhu, Sri Pradalatika Devidasi, Akshata, Vani Prabhu, Lekha Mataji, Rajaram Das Prabhu, Thaneswar Prabhu, Sudevi Sundari Mataji, Radhika Bhakti Mataji, Rupsi Mataji, Patit Pavan Prabhu, Ram Krishna and Lata Mataji, Pragya Nekpal Mataji, Sudhir Krishna Prabhu, Shaki Saran Devidasi. I didn't see Bhavesh पंड्या माता जी, भावेश पंड्या प्रभु, मुरली गोपाल प्रभु, बरसना रानी माता जी, Pahuja, and also Veda joined today, relatives of Rohini Nandan Prabhu from Alachua. Welcome, Veda. Hope that you enjoy it, and maybe Krishna allow you to join more often. So let's hear the Vaishnava song before we will glorify this Sita Devi.
Krishna, Yugala Mila.
Thank you very much, Ishwar Krishna Prabhu, for playing a wonderful song. Bhakti Vinod Thakur, they are pouring their feelings of their heart into the song. So today is the appearance day of Srimati Sita Thakurani, is to be worshipped just as much as Sachi Devi herself, as the mother of the universe. She is the eternal wife of Sri Advaita Acharya, and she was the daughter of Sri Narsingha Baduri, and she was married to Sri Advaita Acharya in Fulya Nagar. Fulya is very famous for all the devotees who are very attached to chant the holy name. After their wedding, Advaita Acharya went to Nadia to live in Santipur. Sita Thakurani was always absorbed in Vatsalya Prema for Sri Gaura Sundar Prabhu, and out of parental concern, used to instruct Jagannath Mishra on how to take care of the boy. Sri Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami has described the birth celebration at the house of Jagannath Mishra upon the advent of the Lord, giving special attention to the position of Sri Sita Thakurani. Advaita Acharya's wife, worshipable by all three worlds, was Sita Thakurani. Taking the Acharya's orders on her head, she had come to take a look at the new shawl, this jewel of jewels, and to offer him presents. On the eve of his son's advent, Sri Jagannath Mishra, seeing the imminent sign of this child's arrival, sent word to Advaita Acharya in Santipur that the long-awaited child was being born. Hearing news of the advent of this unprecedented child, Advaita Acharya floated in waves of ecstasy. With Sri Haridas Thakur, he went to bathe in the river, and after much dancing and song, he sent his wife to go quickly to Mayapur in Navadvip. Someone's phone is unmuted. So according to Gaura Ganodis Dipika, Sri Sita Thakurani is Yogamaya. The Gaura Prasada Charitvali says that in Krishna Lila, she was Purnamasi, the mother of Sandipani Muni and the grandmother of Madhumangal and Nandini Mukhi. In Dwapar Yuga, during the celebration of Krishna's birth ceremony, she was present in the house of Nanda Maharaj. And at that time, gave Nanda Maharaj and Yashoda many instructions on how to take care of the child. And the Chaitanya Charitamrita gives the following account of Sita Thakurani's visit to the house of Jagannath Mishra after the birth of Lord Sri Chaitanya. One day, shortly after Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was born, Advaita Acharya's wife Sita Devi, who is worshipable by the whole world, taking permission of her husband, went to see that topmost child with all kinds of gifts and presents. She brought different kinds of golden ornaments, including bangles for the hand, armlets, necklaces, and anklets. There were also tiger nail set in gold, waist decoration of silk and lace, ornaments for the hands and legs, nicely printed silken saris, and a child's garment also made of silk. Many other riches, including gold and silver coins, were also presented for the child. Riding in a palanquin covered with cloth and accompanied by maidservant, Sita Thakurani came to the house of Jagannath Mishra, bringing with her many auspicious articles such as fresh grass, paddy, gurochan, turmeric, kumkum, and sandalwood. All these presentations filled a big basket. And when Sita Thakurani came to the house of Sachidevi, bringing with her many kinds of eatables, dresses, and other gifts, she was astonished to see the newly born child, for she appreciated that except for a difference in color, the child was directly Krishna of Gokul himself, because she also witnessed and saw Krishna in Vrindavan. Seeing in a transcendental bodily effulgence of the child, each of his nicely constructed limbs, full of auspicious signs and resembling a form of gold, Srila Thakurani was very much pleased. And because of her maternal affection, she felt as if her heart were melting. She blessed the newly born child by placing fresh grass and paddy on his head and saying, "May you be blessed with a long duration of life." But being afraid of ghosts and witches, she gave the child the name Nimai. On the day that the mother and son took bath and left the maternity room, Srila Thakurani gave them all kinds of ornaments and garments, and then also honored Jagannath Mishra. Then Sita Thakurani, being honored by Mother Sachi Devi and Jagannath Mishra, was greatly happy within her mind, and thus she returned home. From that day on, Srila Sita Thakurani would often come to Mayapur from Santipur in order to teach Sachi Mata how to take care of the newborn baby. She would give her many different instructions on how to raise children. And after helping with the child in this way, she would return to Santipur. When it came time for the child's birthday ceremony, Jagannath Mishra and Sachi Devi let the worshipable Sita Thakurani be the first to offer child his new clothes. Advaita Acharya Prabhu also had a house in Navadvip. So there he would live from time to time and discuss Krishna Katha with the devotees headed by Srivas. Diving and surfing in the waves of joy until the break of dawn. After Sri Gaura Sundar's appearance, all the devotees prayed together with Sri Advaita Acharya and Sita Thakurani. The child might live long in Mayapur and have good fortune. Sita Thakurani and Sachi Devi were of one mind. The baby Nimai was their life and soul. Every day Sita Thakurani would go to the house of Sachi Devi and help her with the care and nurturing of the boy in the house of Jagannath Mishra. The divine shall increase the pleasure of the eyes and minds of all the devotees, just as the waxing moon gradually grows more brilliant with each passing day. So after several years, when Jagannath Mishra's son Vishwarup, the elder brother of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Nimai's older brother, had grown up, he suddenly took sannyas. The grief and agony of Jagannath Das Mishra and Sachi Devi upon their son's living was really great. Gaurasundar was also dismayed and unhappy at his brother's separation. At that time, Advaita Acharya and Sita Thakurani consoled Jagannath Mishra and Sita Thakurani and helped take care of Nimai. Shiva's Pandit's wife, Malini Devi, also was always very affectionate toward the child, nurturing him and caring for him. She and Sachi Devi were of one mind in doing this. So after exhibiting his childhood pastimes, Nimai gradually progressed into his Kishore Lila, or the pastime of youth. And after some time, he went to Gaya and revealed his true form and real purpose. Having returned from Gaya, he gathered all the devotees at the house of Srivas Angan for the purpose of beginning Kirtan. At that time, Advaita Acharya brought Sita Thakurani from Santipur to Mayapur, and having arrived there, was the first to worship the lotus feet of Sri Chaitanya. Great devotees. Gradually, Sri Gaurasundar began in Navadvip to unfold his Kirtan pastimes, wishing to deliver the fallen souls. As time went by, he took sannyas and turned his face toward Vrindavan and ran off, half mad, into the jungle in search for Sri Krishna. Upon hearing this, Sri Sita Thakurani spent 4 days with Sachi Devi, who plunged in the darkness of separation as if the sun had left the sky forever, lay fallen on the ground like one near death. And Sita Thakurani didn't eat anything, no water, nothing, nirjala, for 4 days. It says that previous to taking sannyas also, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, being bound by the ropes of love, was unable to go to Vrindavan, but was drawn to return to Santipur. And when he arrived in Santipur, Advaita Acharya and Sita Thakurani felt as if their life has returned. After having fasted for 4 days, Sri Gaurasundar accepted prasad, cooked by the hand of Sita Thakurani. Previous to taking sannyas also, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, along with Nityanand Prabhu, would from time to time go to the house of Advaita Prabhu in Santipur, where they would have a festival and perform Krishna Nama Leela Kirtan all day and all night. You know, on Radhastami day, Friday night, we will be also chanting whole night from 9 p.m. If anybody has any interest to come and join anytime during the whole night, I will be always there chanting. So please, if you can come, that would be great to have a company. The beautiful nature of this subject has been described by Sri Parameswar Das Thakur in his Shripad Kalpataru as follows. One day the Lord laughed, having arrived in the temple of Sri Advaita, and thus the son of Sachi took his seat. Along with Nityananda, Advaita Acharya also sat down, and the two of them began playfully assessing the idea of having a festival. Hearing all this, Sita Thakurani entered, smiling at that time in sweet words, which made the minds of those who heard them blissful. The son of Sachi ruled that there must be a great festival. He said, "Listen, Sita Thakurani, we shall extend invitation to all the different Vaishnavas who live nearby. Let whoever hears the sound of our song resounding through the air come and join us. We shall invite one and all." Saying this, Sri Gaurachandra gave order to the devotees, saying, "You invite the Vaishnavas. You ready the mridanga and kartals." One by one devotee is pointing out. "You prepare sandalwood and aguru for distribution. Have everything ready at the ghat." Carrying out these assignments expertly, and after garlanding the devotees with flower garlands, the devotees shall gather together in a circle for an uproarious kirtan. Hearing the words of Mahaprabhu, the devotees followed his order with great affection. I think that we pray that also we imbibe that quality, that we can also follow the order of our spiritual master with great affection. Collecting garlands, sandalwood, betel nut, ghee, honey, and milk, and everything else essential for worshipping the Lord. The different gifts and fragrant articles for the devotees and the Lord were then distributed in the proper ways. The kirtan began at midday, and at that time everyone chanted Hari Hari, and the mridanga made the whole kirtan auspicious. Thus swims Parmeshwar Das in the Rashik pastime of the Lord. After Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu took sannyas and went to live in Jagannath Puri, Sri Advaita Acharya and Srila Thakurani used to go and visit him each year, bringing their son Achyutanand with them. Sita Thakurani had three sons, Achyutanand and Krishna Mishra and Gopal Mishra, three sons. But they used to carry Achyutanand with them when they were visiting Mayapur. On one such occasion, Srila Thakurani prepared some of the Lord's favorite preparation for him and invited him to their home to take lunch, simply to increase their ecstasy. The Lord, who was always absorbed in Krishna Nam, honored their invitation and took lunch in the home of Advaita and Sita Thakurani. Sita Thakurani, being always overwhelmed with Vatsalya Prem, treated him as affectionately as if he were her own son. The Lord himself also treated her with the same kind of regard and affection that he had for Sachi Devi herself. So this is how the Lord reciprocates, as we will reciprocate with whatever sentiment and feelings. Krishna reciprocate accordingly, without any fault. Srila Sita Thakurani bore these three sons, Achyutanand, Krishna Mishra and Gopal Mishra, who were also very strict followers of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So according to the Bhakti Ratnakar, Srila Thakurani's father was Sri Narsimha Baduri, and Sita Thakurani also had a sister. And Sri, according to the Ganodais Deepika, Srila Thakurani, the wife of Sri Advaita Acharya, is Yogamaya, and her sister Sri is the Prakash or manifestations of Yogamaya. Yogamaya Bhagavati Grihini Tasya Sampratam Sita Rupena Vaitrena Shri Namani Tat Prakasata. So with all these wonderful pastimes, we pray at the divine lotus feet of Sita Rani, Sita Devi, to bless us all so we can also become qualified one day to serve the Lord and His devotees in that very intense way, in a close way. This is also we can learn that how we should treat someone when we invite. It's so many examples we can learn. So we have still 4 or 5 minutes. So we will dwell always on the Jaiva Dharma. We offer our humble obeisances at the desk of Bhaktivinoda Thakur, who has given us a treasure of jewel. And we pray that all these things that Bhaktivinoda Thakur is revealing to us may always reside in the inner core of our heart. So I think yesterday we stopped because Rajanath has a question. So we will read the question. On one hand, there are the rays of the transcendental sun, Sri Krishna. And on the other hand, there are the atomic particles floating within these rays. These particles are non-different from the sun, and yet, as you have said, they are eternally different. How is this possible? So Raghunath Das Babaji replied, one of the characteristics of the material nature is that objects produced by other objects remain either attached to their source or separate completely from their source. For example, an egg produced by the bird is totally separated from its source, whereas the fingernails and hair grow upon the human body and thus remain attached to their source, as long as they are not cut and clipped. However, in the spiritual nature, these principles are completely different. All emanations from the spiritual sun, Sri Krishna, are simultaneously one with and different from him. The sun rays and the atomic sun ray particles are inseparable and the same. Similarly, the Jiva Shakti is compared to the sun rays, and the innumerable Jivas are compared to the atomic particle of those sun rays. The Jiva Shakti and her constituent Jivas are generated by Sri Krishna, ever remaining inseparably united with him, just as the sun rays, and the atomic particles of the sun rays are all undividedly one. Furthermore, although they are one simultaneously, because of the minute independence the individual jivas exercise, they are eternally separate from Krishna. Hence, the eternal truth is that Sri Krishna and the jivas are simultaneously one with and different from each other. The Pandits offer another example to drive home this point. Though this example, being mundane, is naturally provincial. A piece of gold jewelry is made from a large block of gold, and because the jewelry is gold, the bracelet is not different from the gold block. Nonetheless, because the gold is now in the form of a bracelet, it is also different from the gold block. In spite of the inevitable inadequacy of this example, one idea is unequivocally conveyed. The transcendental Son, Sri Krishna, is not different from his transcendental energy. Both are spiritual entities. Sri Krishna, as the complete absolute divinity, source of all energies, is distinct in volume and status from his infinitesimal products. Therefore, the analogy of Ghatakasa, the sky in a pot, and Mahakas, the unlimited sky, proffered by the monistic Mayavadis, is not well balanced or appropriate in the scriptural context. Vrajanath. Okay, we have the time finished. So we should be punctual. It's already 6:55. Thank you very much for joining this beautiful morning. Please dwell on those thoughts on the pastime in Bahulavan. Also, how the peacock, just Krishna fulfilled the desire to accept the request to play the flute and dance with them. They give their body. They give that part of the body, feathers to Krishna. And what Krishna did, showing their devotion, Krishna always wear the peacock feather in his turban. So those are wonderful pastimes to remember throughout the day. It will give us so much remembrance of the divine couple. With those thoughts, always remain happy, jubilant, and totally fearless. And whoever you come across, give them a kind word that their life can also become successful and with no fear in their life. I would like to offer my humble obeisances at the desk of wonderful Vaishnavas and Vaishnavis who take so much austerity to join in the morning. Like 5-6 devotees are now joining at 2 o'clock. Sekha Mataji is there, Ravi Prabhu is there, Yeshwar Krishna Prabhu is always there, and the different devotees are also coming forward. Like Sri Nishant Sharma joined today at 2:04 a.m. So I would like to offer my humble obeisances who joined from Houston, from India, New Jersey, Virginia, Boston, Boise, Atlanta, Austin, Alachua, College Station, Tempe, Phoenix, San Jose, Dallas, Detroit, Chicago, Naperville, Philadelphia, Charlotte, New Orleans, Baltimore, Portland, and Orlando. Vanchakalpatarubhasya kripa sindhubhaivacha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha.